Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Community Health. We have 8 locations to serve you better. Our staff is dedicated to help you and your family. Here's your host, Vicki Soule.
And good morning. Welcome to Community Conversations. You never know what's going to be talked about on this show, do you? Well, today we're going to be talking about ducks. Little quacky ducks, rubber ducks, and the Great Duck Derby. So, in honor of that, I've invited Dennis Bartholomew, who has been working diligently and has lots of surprises about this year's Duck Derby, and Colette Hyde, who has been working with us on the Duck Derby for, this will be the 9th year.
9th year, that is correct.
Wow.
Yep.
So for those that have not ever had the great opportunity to come to Captain Hiram's and participate, why don't you take us back to the first year and how we happened to do it and what it was like?
Okay, well, the Great Duck Derby started 9 years ago as a fundraiser for Treasure Coast Community Health. We have so many individuals who come to us who unfortunately are uninsured or underinsured and really cannot afford services. So as a fundraiser for the agency, we started out with the Great Duck Derby, and we put 5,000 little rubber ducks into the lagoon, and they feverishly raced toward shore. And if you're that adopted parent or that first place duck, you win $1,000. It's a cash prize, $500 for second place, and third place is $250.
And we always pride ourselves on being just as clear and transparent as possible. But do you remember when the environmentalists complained to the state because they thought we were going to pollute the entire lagoon with those 5,000 ducks?
I do, unfortunately, remember that. I think it's very important for everyone to understand that we take great care in accounting for every single one of our ducks. Because this is kind of a fundraiser in a box, we are charged for any missing ducks. So we're very, very diligent about counting them, washing them, and moving them on to the next race. So we actually do collect them at the end of the race. Well, they're contained in oil booms during the race. And then at the end of the race, we actually collect them all up in laundry baskets, put them back into big boxes, and then transport them, get them recounted to make sure we didn't lose any, and then send them on to their next event or their next race.
Well, and that leads to the community partnership that you all we formed with the county sheriff's department.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without their help.
Yes, which is so great because the ducks actually get trucked into us probably about 3 weeks before the event. They are coming from another race, so they actually have their little race numbers on the bottom of the ducks. Those ducks have to be de-tagged. We have to then install the new tags onto them for our race, and then make sure that we have the 5,000 ducks in the boxes ready to go for race day. So it's a great partnership with the Indian River County Jail. They actually have the trustees from the jail do all the work. And I got to tell you, the guys are, well, and there's some women too, but they are very excited about participating and being in a room full of 5,000 rubber ducks.
As opposed to when I went out to Fellsmere the second year and went
Yep.
to one of the farm supply places.
That's correct.
And they had I was going to say containers of live ducks. And we had a great time taking pictures until they figured out that it was not live ducks that we were going to loose on the lagoon. And then the whole tenor sort of changed a little bit, but we had lots of fun anyways.
What's funny is when we're out in the community and we're getting people to adopt a duck for the race, a lot of people think they're adopting a live duck. They want to know where their duck is.
Right.
Where's my duck? Do I get to take it home today? No, it's a little rubber duck and it's a race duck.
Well, and that $5 is set specifically so that as many people as possible can contribute. It would be real easy for us to say, $10 or $50 or $100 a duck, but that's not the whole idea. The whole idea is for all of our individuals in the community to be able to pay it forward if they've participated in our services, Or for those folks that have not used our services that are feeling particularly philanthropic, they can buy flocks of ducks.
They can.
For adoption.
And my goal since I've been involved with this is to get everybody in Indian River County to adopt one duck. It's $5. It goes to a great cause. These are the little flyers that are around town everywhere. And if you see one of these, you can pick this up. You can scan the QR code, which is on here, or you can just open it up. And inside here is how many ducks you want to adopt. Put your name, email, and phone number on here so we can contact you. You don't have to be present to win. And this is an envelope. And you can seal it and send it to us, and it arrives at my door, and you're in the race. And it's that simple. But if everybody in Indian River County would adopt one duck, this year we're calling it the Pay It Forward event. And you are paying it forward to adopt a duck to help somebody who can't afford to pay for medical services. Kids, adults, every age group we cover. And if you look around town, you may see these little Pay It Forward ducks. We're hiding in the community. And if you go to our Facebook page, you will get clues on where the duck is. If you find the duck, the first one is out there. Duck number 1 is out there. They're going to be numbered so you can't pass it off to your cousin and everybody in the family gets a free duck in the race. But you get a duck in the race, take your picture, post it on our Facebook page, and you get a free duck in the race. So that's going to have, these are around town. The first one is out, and it's already, and the clue is on our Facebook page. So if you look on TCCH's Facebook page, you'll find the clue. You can go find the duck, get a free duck in the race.
Now, Dennis, when we were out in the 4th of July boom on the lagoon,
yes,
we had a table there. A lot of people came up to us, and some of them sort of challenged, why are you out so early? Because this race doesn't happen until October.
But there are 5,000 little ducks to get adopted, and we are quite a ways away from it. We're doing pretty good.
We're at a tenth of our goal.
We are at a tenth of our goal.
Yeah.
See, that's still a long way away. That's why we start so early. So if you see this thing, don't wait until October 23rd. You can buy a duck on October 24th at Capt Hiram's. But we prefer that you do it early so we know that you're involved, you're in the race, you've got your duck in the race, and then you don't have to worry about getting in the race, and you might win the $1,000 or the 500 or the 250. And there's a bunch of other prizes that go along with it. And we get these ducks out in the community. And these go to our corporate sponsors. And these get decorated, and then a gift certificate gets added to this. And then this is an additional prize. Jersey Mike's last year, I think, gave me like 15 or 20 subs. I mean, if you got Jersey Mike's thing and you got 15 subs, that's a pretty good gift. You know?
Yeah, it's an awesome gift.
It's an awesome gift. So anyway, that's why we start so early, and we hope that you'll adopt your duck.
But regardless of whether we adopt out 100 or 4,000, how many ducks go in the water?
5,000 ducks go into the water.
Okay.
Unless we see that there's a great demand, which is what we're hoping for this year. That's why we want you to adopt your ducks early, because then we can put additional ducks into the water and we can raise more money for our community.
So on event day, walk us through what happens.
Okay, on event day, the TCCH team is out there bright and early. Before Capt Hiram's even opens up, we're out at the sandbar. With
Cito.
Yes, we have a great partner in Cito of Sebastian. They actually have loaded up, so the event starts a couple of days prior, because they have actually loaded up all the ducks on the Cito boat in a big box. And
really big box.
That's right. And we've taken the boat out, we've splashed the boat in the water, and then taken the boat to Capt Hiram's and parked it there over the weekend so that people can see the actual boat and the ducks. On race day, we set up the oil booms in the water. Cito of Sebastian moors their boat in the water right off the sandy beach there at Capt Hiram's. And at post time, we drop the ducks and they race toward shore. So we've got a lot of people in the water making waves to encourage the ducks to move on in a little faster. If it's a windy day, they need no encouragement whatsoever. They fly in. But what we do then is they actually come to shore. They go through a gate. And as they float in, we collect the ducks. We put them in bags numbered 1 through whatever, and we bring them up. There is a computer program that has everyone's duck listed. The numbers on the bottom of the duck, we look them up by their actual race duck number. We find out who the winner is, and then within about 10, 15 minutes, we announce the winners on stage at Captain Hiram's, and hopefully the winners will be there.
Last year, all 3 winners were there.
Yes. So it was a fun event. It's great because the kids love to come out to it. We have lots of fun. We have a face painter.
This is a family
painter.
Day.
Yeah, it's a great family day. And it's fun. And if the weather is gorgeous, you will have a great time. If the weather is rainy, we still run.
It never rains on Duck Day.
Well, yes, it has. I hate to say it has, but we still have lots of fun.
We're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsors, and then we'll come back and we'll have more fun talking about ducks. Quack, quack, quack. Hi, I'm Vicki Soule, CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. We are the only federally qualified health center in Indian River County. This means we have incredibly high standards of care and waive Medicare deductibles. We are a nonprofit that serves our community with primary medical, dental, and behavioral care, on-site pharmacies as well. Make TCCH your one-stop medical center. Spring into action with TCCH, offering your COVID-19 vaccines, annual medical and dental appointments, and more at tccinc.org.
Are you becoming a realtor, contractor, mold remediator, guardian? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
When pretty clean isn't clean enough, call Eco Earth Cleaning Services. Every deep clean passes the owner's inspection, and Eco Earth uses no harmful chemicals. Check out the Google reviews. They sparkle just like your home will. And Eco Earth Cleaning Services doesn't just clean homes. They clean offices, business suites, and even yachts. Eco Earth Cleaning Services won't just move the dust, they remove the dust. Give your company an earth-friendly way of maintaining a clean atmosphere every day. Search Eco Earth Cleaning Services on the web for more info.
Visit fellowship-trained Dr. Sarah Kadadaday for the latest in glaucoma treatment and custom cataract surgery at New Vision Eye Center. Dr. Kadadaday received her fellowship training at Yale University and is board certified by the American Board of Ophthalmology. Call for your consultation at 772-257-8700 or visit newvisioneyecenter.com. World-class eye care on the Treasure Coast. That's New Vision Eye Center.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining us, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health. As the commercial has said, we have 8 different locations where we provide primary medical, dental, behavioral health, pharmaceutical, and lots of other services to keep our community healthy. You don't have to have insurance, but we do take all of the insurances, Medicare, Medicaid, United, Blue Cross, you name it. We're going to make it easy for you to come in and have comprehensive, high-quality services. If you don't have insurance or you have insurance with a very high deductible, we take care of you too. We turn no one away, and so we'll talk a little bit about how our fundraising efforts help that. But we're starting today to talk about the Great Duck Derby. And it's a lot of fun, isn't it, Dennis?
It is a lot of fun. I mean, before I go any further, I want to thank our presenting sponsor this year, Dyer Chevrolet, who has stepped up and has taken the lead in our sponsorship. But I have other sponsorship levels available. So if you're out there and I come knocking on your door, don't run to the back room and pretend you don't see me, because I'm coming. Because we need your support, because this year is, normally we have a mission that we focus the money on. This year we're focusing on everybody because of the strenuous year that we've just come out of, hopefully. Many people put off coming in for services. Money is slim for a lot of folks. And so we really are paying it forward with this year's Duck Derby to help everybody who comes to us who's in need. So if you want to adopt a duck, look for the little flyers that are out in the world and adopt a duck, or you can call me. Or if you just like to make a donation, just call Treasure Coast Community Health, ask for Dennis, and somebody will get you to me. And we'd be happy to take any support that you're willing to give us.
Well, and we have a website too, specifically for this. Oh, thank you. You've got our little flyer up there. What does a $5 duck do? And it does a lot, believe it or not. But it does take a lot of $5 to help folks with things like mental health visits. And we know our community is struggling in many ways. But we have lots of generous people out there, and so that's why we're talking today, to let you know that opportunities do exist. You can contribute anonymously. You can go online. TheGreatDuckDerby.com is a wonderful website.
Or even the TCCH website, Treasure Coast Community Health, and on there is a donate button, and it'll take you to a page where you can just make a donation, or you can go on the Great Duck Derby and adopt your duck there, pick up a little flyer and hit the little QR code that's on the front. It'll take you right to the page. So there are a number of ways to make your donation to help somebody who's in need.
And I do want to take a moment, too, as you did about Dyer's being our corporate sponsor, stepping up to the plate right away, to the many individuals that have sent donations into us this year. Some of them come with a thank you note for our participation in getting the COVID vaccine out through our drive-thrus and thanking our staff. Some just come with a signed check at the bottom. Good job. We thank you for all of the responses that you've given us. It's been a tough year for our staff as well for a lot of reasons, and they are elated that the community has recognized both their efforts and the fact that we all hang together in improving the community. So again, our thanks for what you've done so far, and our request that you continue to help us, because even though the feds say we're through this emergency, and we'll talk a minute about that in terms of telehealth in particular, the reality is that it's not like a light switch. It's not on and off. It will continue. The mental health professionals, in fact, say that we're going to see it continue for a couple of years before things emotionally, mentally come back down to a more manageable level. So we do offer behavioral health services. And so, again, if you are interested in the service, just give us a call. Colette, I'd like you to talk about how folks connect with us, though, if they don't have any insurance, because that's really your expertise.
Right. Well, one of the areas that Treasure Coast offers are health navigators. Our health navigators are there to assist individuals with financial assistance, either through Treasure Coast Community Health, through some other charitable groups that are here in the community, and also with the Affordable Care Act. So if people are uninsured and are looking for some assistance, the first stop is with a health navigator. The health navigator will assess the individuals based on household size and family income. And then from there, we'll figure out what they qualify for and make sure that those programs are applied to them.
And that's a free visit. There's no charge for that.
Absolutely. There's no charge for a health navigator.
But because it is a very popular service, appointments are requested.
Appointments are requested. It takes about a half hour to sometimes an hour for an individual to actually get qualified with a health navigator. So depending on what they're applying for. So we do insist on having appointments. People sometimes do drop in and kind of want an appointment. And if the health navigator is available, they will definitely be seen. But most of my health navigators are scheduled pretty full on any given day. But right now, you can get an appointment within about 3 or 4 days.
Okay. And then from that point, then, if they are qualified, then setting up a medical, dental, behavioral health appointment is not a problem?
That's correct.
Okay.
We are pretty much open for business. We have 8 different sites throughout the county. So if it's an emergency and you need to be seen immediately, we will get you into the first available slot. Otherwise, if you want to get in with a medical provider that you've seen in the past, we will get you scheduled for that location and that provider.
Now, how does that work if someone goes to the emergency room or, heaven forbid, is admitted to the hospital and then gets discharged?
What happens is that as soon as they're discharged, they're given a list of providers that they need to go see. Treasure Coast is one of them. So someone can call in for a same-day appointment to see a medical provider. We have slots set aside for people who have come out of the emergency room or discharged from the hospital, and we can see them within that same day.
Okay. And then they then see the health navigator after that within a certain period of time to qualify?
I had one on Friday. He actually, he came in, he thought he was seeing the he thought he was seeing the doctor at like 10 o'clock in the morning, but he was seeing the health navigator, and then his actual appointment with the doctor was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And he was very happy to come back and very grateful that we were able to accommodate him that quickly.
Yeah, we try to keep people out of the emergency room, including those patients of ours that have been seen with us for some time. But sometimes it seems best judgment on behalf of the patient to use those services. We understand, but again, trying to help people who've not been exposed to our system. A lot of people still get us confused with the public health department. Which again, we are not. And yes, we do get some federal funding. But does it cover everything, Dennis?
It does not cover everything. It covers actually kind of a small portion of our annual budget.
Yeah, less than 20%.
Less than 20%.
Yeah.
And we serve 25,000 people in the community, 100,000 services. It's an amazing crew of the medical staff, the dental staff. I mean, we get rave reviews all the time. Years ago, Colette and I used to be in the community, and people would go, what do you guys do? And now...
I've never heard of you. Who are you?
And
that's what they used to say.
We hear, you guys are great. Yeah. Thank you for what you're doing. We hear that. And we just saw that recently with our COVID, when we were out in the world doing our COVID shots, the vaccinations. And a lot of volunteers showed up who didn't know about us, who started volunteering for us. And these are regular folks out in the community who decided to come out and help. And after that, donations started coming to us because they started investigating what we do and how well we do it. And pretty soon they wanted to support the cause. And so we're very appreciative to those folks who have discovered us. And now it's up to the rest of you to come and discover us because we do fantastic work. Our crew is first rate. Everybody in our place is involved and on top of it. And you wouldn't be disappointed if you came to TCCH, that's for sure.
Well, I am going to be the skeptic here because I do read Facebook. And invariably, if someone says, can you recommend someone, it's traditionally the private practitioners, and somebody somewhere will say, I had a bad experience at. Sometimes our name is listed, sometimes other places are listed. Unfortunately, we're human, and we're not going to be 100% at 100% of the time. So if we have not delivered the kind of service you expected, I apologize on behalf of the organization. All I can say is give us a second chance. We do hire a lot of young people who've never had a job opportunity before. We believe in internal growth, and sometimes there's a hiccup in their learning curve. So again, I appreciate what you're saying, Dennis, but I'm going to be the honest and transparent one.
But we are an FQHC, and we are held to a little different standard than most folks.
Good point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Federally qualified health centers exist in every county throughout the United States. So again, if you're part of the population that is hearing this broadcast but don't live in our community, not to worry. There are federally qualified health centers throughout the United States, all with the same mission of providing affordable, high-quality, comprehensive care so that we can eliminate the disparities of health care that exist throughout our nation.
And that's why this fundraiser exists, is to eliminate the disparity so that people can get health care, even though they can't afford to pay for it. We are here for them. Your support, you're buying a duck or adopting a duck for the race, helps pay for someone's health care.
That it does. We absolutely endorse that. And again, I thank you both for being here. You took the words right out of my mouth, which is a really nice feeling. You two are superb in helping our patients. And so, again, if you see Dennis or Colette around the neighborhoods with their little ducks, invite them in so that they can put out the easy-to-use brochures or at least tell you about the Q codes, our website, our greatduckderby.com, and most of all, October 24th. So thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quack, quack.